Welcome to the Equity Team Podcast, where we provide Sedona, Arizona real estate insight to help you thrive during your next real estate transaction.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new episode of the Equity Team Podcast. I am your host, Martin 𝐼𝐵𝐾𝐭, and here today I would like to analyze a deal unlike what we typically do on this channel. Now, we generally focus on short-term rentals, vacation rentals in Sedona, but this time I'd like to focus on an investing technique that I practiced myself as a young investor, and that is house hacking and long-term rentals. And I'm going to show you how you can buy a property and live for free. Yes, you can buy a property today and live for free as long as you live in that property and manage it properly. So I'm going to share my screen with you, and I'm going to show you this deal that's on the market right now. And that is absolutely incredible, in my opinion. All right, so we're here in Cottonwood, just south of Sedona, about 20 minutes south of Sedona, and more specifically in the Verde village of Cottonwood, which itself is about 5 minutes south of the center of Cottonwood. It's a very local neighborhood, right? A lot of people that live and work in Cottonwood will be in this area, and it's mostly single-family homes, but you have some multifamily, and this one here is one of them. So 4234 Western Drive, currently listed at $689. I believe it was originally listed $800 a few months ago, and they've dropped it and nobody has bought it. It's 3 separate units, but one of the units is 8 separate rooms, you guys. 8 separate rooms. And then there's a 2-bed, 1-bath apartment and a 1-bed, 1-bath apartment. This is the most ideal property you could buy if you were a young investor trying to house hack and cut down on living expenses and trying to start acquiring assets, paying down your principal, using the depreciation at your advantage, and even cash flowing. Let's take a look at the pictures here. There are not that many on this listing, but you can see it's a pretty nice building. They said it was renovated in 2019, so that's really cool because you're basically buying something without really looking forward to any big repairs, which on a building that size could be, quite costly. So if everything checks out during your inspection, you're basically buying something that's ready to go and that you don't need to do anything with. So I imagine this is one of the apartments on the upstairs. So upstairs you have the 2-bed, 1-bath, and 1-bed, 1-bath, and downstairs you have that massive 8-bedroom unit. It's really cute. It's a nice and quaint neighborhood here. Lots of locals live here. Big mature trees, lots of parking space. No one's going to fight to find, street parking or whatever when they come home at night after work. So basically what I would do is I would buy this and live in one of the units or even one of the rooms and rent out everything else to local professionals that need a place to stay. So let's do some calculations together because this is really interesting. 689,000. Let's say you put 20% down payment, but you don't really have to if you're buying it as your primary residence, right? You could buy it with perhaps 5% down, but let's just say you're buying it with 20% down. So you would be financing, your down payment would be 137,000, and then you'd be financing 551,200. Let's do some calculations. Open up this calculator here. 551,200 over 30 years. Right now, the interest rates are around 7%. So your monthly mortgage payment would be just shy of $3,700 a month. Now, a 2-bedroom apartment in this neighborhood, especially if it was fully remodeled in 2019, should probably rent for $1,500. The 1-bed, 1-bath, probably $1,000. And each room, if you do them nicely, and you could potentially even furnish them, right? And you could rent them higher if you furnish them, probably about $700 a room. So let's say you live in one of the rooms. So you only are renting it 7 of them. That's 4,900 for the rooms. And then you would add that the 2-bedroom apartment and the 1-bedroom apartment. That's 7,400 a month. And your mortgage was 3,700 a month. So you're cash flowing almost $4,000 a month, you guys. That's a full-time job. Okay. So you're buying an asset, you're living for free, it appreciates, you depreciate your taxes against it, you depreciate the taxes again, you depreciate the asset against your taxes. Sorry. And then your principal is paid down by your tenants. And then you get to make a full-time job income of $50,000 a year just by managing this property yourself. So this is called house hacking, and I've done this literally my entire life. Ever since I got my first apartment when I was 18, I always got something bigger than what I needed so I could sublet half of it. And it's only until very recently that I realized I could buy instead of rent, but better late than never. And now every single property that I buy, I find a way to have it split or rented out by the room or by the level or a guest house, ADU, something like that to offset the mortgage. But a property like this, you guys, not only do you offset your cost of living, but you could cash flow double what your mortgage is. $50,000 a year, that's no joke. That's a lot of money. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Equity Team podcast. Once again, I am Martin de Bocaille, and this was House Hacking 101 here in Cottonwood in the Verde Valley, about 20 minutes from Sedona. I wish you all a good day, and I'll speak with you soon. Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to the Equity Team podcast. To speak with one of our top agents, visit us at owninaz.com. That's owninaz.com, or call us at 928-323-0031.